All right, so in this video, I'm gonna walk you through exactly my plan to 10x my agency in the next 3 years and walk away with anywhere between $3 to $5 million for myself. So if you don't know my story, I recently left my multiple six-figure jobs at a software company to actually like take a huge pay cut and join a marketing agency as the head of sales. And my reason for doing that is, as opposed to having the cash flow now and living a relatively comfortable lifestyle, I wanted to actually forego all of that comfort for the next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever it might be, and take a huge pay cut, even in lifestyle and cash flow, and actually dedicate myself to growing one agency into multiple eight figures in the next 3 years, and then as an owner of the business, potentially walk away with $3-5 million for myself, as opposed to having 10 different clients and making good money, 20, 30K a month, which I've already done, and actually walk away with a big chunk in the end. So here's exactly my plan to do that, starting with business development and sales. And I'll show you my plan. On that specific thing alone, it's not going to be the full answer to getting to 10x. I published a video early on talking about the 4 boxes of business scaling. You can check that out later, or somewhere in the channel here. But for now, I'm going to walk you through how I'm actually like 3 months into this agency, just starting to build the motion and the process and the steps. But I'll show you my plan to 10x my agency for the next 3 years, right? Starting with business development and sales. Now, this is applicable to whether or not you have a brand new business, or you have a business that you're trying to scale and trying to get more deals and deal flow through, right? And build your pipeline. So you have 2 assets: either existing channels or people that already know you, or you have new channel you have to create and develop, right? So most companies get stuck because they rely overly on the existing channel and they don't even have more than one channel. And then kind of like Google can change, Meta can change overnight, and their business kind of, get a huge haircut, right? So the first thing that I look at when I join a new business is, what are the current existing channels? And then how can I make more and use more out of it? Just being a better operator and more efficient operator in business development, okay? So there's really only 4 places. And if you think of more, let me know in the comment below. And again, I would do this for every business that I join, not just this one agency. This is applicable across B2B, B2C, whatever type of business you have. You got old leads. So whether this is organic or paid ads that you've acquired over the years, you got old pipeline, which means the leads that have actually been turned into a deal that went closed lost, or there's just never really any outcome for the deals. Then there's referrals, right? So this would be either referral from current or past clients of the business, or referrals from my own network and the founders' networks, right? So if you have business partners, they have a network that they can refer to. They can bring me referrals, and I've had this happen in this agency. Or next level would be like my own referrals, right? In my own network. The next level would be employees referrals. So if you can get your employees to send you referrals, that will be the next level. It's rare. I haven't figured that out here yet, but that will be another channel to do. And then expansion would be current clients, and then just getting them to buy more from you. Okay? So this really is the only 4 ways that I know of to improve and get more from the existing channels. Old leads, I would start these from actually in this order, right? So first, expansion. Why? Because if the people who are having a great experience and getting great result from you already, they're most likely to buy more, right? We all know this. And if they already have a good experience and they want to buy more, they're more likely to actually refer you. And you only have to ask the right way. And I'll go into in a future video how to ask for referrals, or how I'm going to ask for referrals for this agency from our existing clients. Also, I'll talk about how to do expansion conversation as well. One of the tricks that I'm learning from my partners at this business is in the quarterly review. So if you are in an agency business as well, the quarterly review with your client is a great opportunity for expansion opportunities, meaning you're going to meet with them, review how the previous quarter went, plan for the next quarter, and naturally the conversation will come into how we're going to achieve this goal, right? And that's how you actually can go into, well, we're going to need to invest in more services, right? That can lead itself to a conversation of expansion very well. So then if they're having a great experience, then they will be sending you referrals. Then I would go back to old pipeline. So these are people that already have a conversation with your business, but for whatever reason, they did not buy, right? So they would be anything along the line of, there's like 4 or 5 reasons why people don't buy. If you absolutely suck and they hate you, then there's no point, right? But that's very rare. I would trust that you have a decent enough of an agency that most people either decide to go with another agency, or timing wasn't right. They got, they changed job. They were let go from the previous business. These are a gold mine, right? I've had 2 deals in the last 30 days. In the last 3 months of being at this agency, came back and say, hey, we had a conversation. I'm ready to move forward now, right? That was a great old pipeline to go back to. So look at everything that got close lost. And if it wasn't, I hate your gut, right? Come back and essentially ask a question. My favorite way to contact this list is actually starting with a case study, right? Like, hey, we just had this great result for this other client. I know we started talking about this with you for your business a few months ago. Do you want something similar, right? Great way to come back to the conversation and reignite. Then you go back to the old leads. So old leads would be people that you haven't had a conversation with, but for whatever reason, they did not schedule a call, right? Assuming they are qualified, then I would go back, do another similar, I could do a case study, right? And then do emails. Now but one additional thing I would add to this is, because they haven't had a conversation with you yet, they might need a little more nudging than the old pipeline, right? Pile. I would add an appointment setter here. So this could be you if you don't have the resources to hire an appointment setter yet, or if you have an inbound appointment setter, the easiest way is just to have him or her call a list of old leads and say, hey, we recently did this for a client. Do you want this result for your business, right? Pretty simple. So that's my plan to make sure we maximize existing channels. And then once that's done, then the new stuff, right? What else can we work on to really expand the surface area for us to grow? 4 channels, right? Still sticking with number 4 today. So paid ads, partnerships, right? And outbound prospecting, and then content. Okay, and shout out to Matt Larson from 1000X. Not that I didn't know this before, but he really put this into like step-by-step visual order that really easy to use. So paid ads is pretty self-explanatory. Over here right now for agency services, I would say the 2 places that are working really well, or that you should put time in, would be Meta, right? Facebook and Instagram, and then Google. Okay, so this might not be new to you, but the main thing here, why most people don't make this work, is because they don't understand, the concept of this one thing. So let me type it out. This one thing, understand LTV to CAC. Okay, so most people think paid ads is too expensive, and it is if you don't understand how long your retention is. So you actually have really good retention for this to work. So that's a topic for another video. But understand that it will work really well. This is the easiest. This is the most leveraged. This, along with content, is the most leveraged way to scale without having to talk to other people. But given that you have actually good retention and good conversion rate at the front end. So we'll go back to this video in a future, this concept in a future video. Partnership would be like, who are other service providers that you can partner with? So if you're a Facebook ad agency, then you can partner with copywriting agency, landing page agency, cold email agency, design agency, right? Now, let me throw this even more creative ideas at you. What else can be potential partners, right? If you are a Facebook ad agency, think about like Amazon agencies, right? Maybe they focus on Amazon, but not on Meta and Google. They need somebody else, right? If you work with apparel client, apparel manufacturer, right? E-com, retail, right? So think of other businesses that can send partner your way. Okay. Next is outbound prospecting. So 2 channels, LinkedIn. This is a combo of connection request plus targeted messaging. So kind of 1-to-1, right? I probably wouldn't recommend mass messaging today. It doesn't work anymore as well as it used to be. And then second is cold email. This one will be 1-to-many. Okay. The one guy to check out on LinkedIn, if you're in the agency space, you have to check out Tim Keen. He is a beast on LinkedIn. Cold email, I would recommend 1000X Leads. For now, there's a bunch of other ones, but for now, these are the 2 people that I'm learning from. Tim Keen for LinkedIn, and then the 1000X for cold emails. As far as content goes, again, credit is due. This is all from 1000X. Here's the deliverable. 3 videos a week, 3 newsletters a week, 1 high value one-time offer. Okay, so this is exactly my plan to scale sales and business development at the agency for the next 3 years. I am confident if I can nail these 3 things, 4 things up here and 4 things down here, that will be 8-figure business in 3 years or less. Hopefully this is helpful. Let me know if you have any questions below. Talk soon.